Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Inazuma 11. In the last episode, we did the entire extra competition route, but mainly the last two that I didn't already do, like, off-screen. This time, we're going to be doing the entire premium competition route here in Sunny's office. Hey Mark, would you like to play a friendly against a stronger team? Yes, I would. We have two to start with here, FF Regional Pick A and FF Regional Pick B. For full transparency, I am recording this video, but I am also streaming it. I'm not going to be going into too much detail showing, like, the entire matches for everything, only the last two on this particular route, but I still wanted there to be footage of everything, so I'm going to go ahead and just stream it. So, in the playlist of the final video, or not in the playlist, in the description of the final video, you will find a playlist that just contains all of the streams I did for basically just completing this route.
Oh no!
Otherwise, you're just going to get like a short overview on what these teams have going for them. Alright, we're going to be starting with FF Regional Pick A. I think that makes the most sense to start with. Victory Road crazy good this week? Yeah, true. Okay, there's a few more things to say qualifying everything here. I'm not going to be showing all of these, but I'm going to be doing all of them. And I want to say up front that I'm going to be using a cheat code that multiplies experience for winning every match by 128 times. This way my team is going to be basically max level when the time comes for the super boss teams on this route without forcing me to take 12 extra years to make this video that will already inevitably be very long. I already said the caveat to me covering the post game was that I'm going to be cheating, and yeah, this is no exception. I'm going to give some advice for any teams that are particularly tricky or that require you to have your team set up in certain ways, since as you can see on the top screen, these matches do have specific win conditions, even if this one is just win. It's that simple. But there are a few unique ones. This route is primarily made up of teams for competition routes in Inazuma 11-2 and 3, just with Inazuma 11-1 characters, and that's interesting. That's overkill? Yeah, I know, right? Alright. FF Regional Pick A. And I'm just going to be going with my story mode team for any matches that aren't, like, ones where you need a specific team. So, yeah. Alright, well, shall we get this match started? Yeah, we shall.
Hey, hey, hey! Let's get this party started! You guys think that you can beat us, right?
Ooh, there's something creepy about this team.
Captain, you can't get nervous now. Do your best.
Raimon versus FF Regional Pick A. What a team name. Alright. So I don't have any formations written down for anything except the particularly difficult or tricky matches, so I'm gonna be largely just going with my gut on this. Peabody needs to be a not felt, obviously, though. Okay, FF Regional Pick A. This team is made up of certain characters from the regionals of the Football Frontier using the FGO stance formation. Their scariest members are definitely going to be Hatch, who is level 45 and can use Death Zone, and Whirlwind Cut, which always seems to succeed, and King, who has full power shield. Otherwise, I don't know, none of these characters are particularly threatening. These are from the regionals, so we don't need to worry about anyone from Zeus, and none of the regional teams are particularly good, Royal Academy being an exception, but I don't think Gus is going to be that terrifying, other than his face. So yeah. While Hatch has low TP, his single use of Death Zone can almost always score if he chooses to use it. Especially if you're not using Mark for whatever reason. Anyway, otherwise, yeah, this isn't too hard. This should be easy. Hopefully. Level ups for everybody. Eric, Bobby, Shadow, Timmy, Jim, and Felt all learning new moves. The Phoenix for Eric, Hurricane Arrows for Bobby, Death Zone for Shadow, Clone Shot for Timmy, Shadow Stitch for Jim, and Defense Scan for Felt. You did well. Maybe too well. How'd you do that? Are you taking performance-enhancing drugs, Mark? Alright, well, since Felt learned Defense Scan, I can teach him a different special move for, like, a move manual slot now. Dark Tornado, that's kind of cool for Felt, actually. Yeah. Okay. Does that change what I want anybody else to have? I gotta remember to be, like, switching the priority of the screens and everything. God, Peabody still hasn't learned his last move. I think he learns it at, like, level 60 or something. He learns it at a really high level, but he's gonna need it soon. I should mention that for beating, FF Regional Pick A, it is possible to get a move manuals for God Hand and Fake Bomber. Fake Bomber being a move from Inazuma 11-2. And a Bronze Power Pendant, which is an item from that same game. Did I actually get any of those? No Fake Bomber. And no God Hand, damn. I probably just got, like, Super Water for winning that, then. Also, you still aren't automatically healed between matches in the first game, so you get to go outside of the school every time to heal before taking on another match. Granted, these matches are sort of designed, I feel, to just, like, pick up the game, do a match while you're, like, on a metro, I guess, because this is only released in the UK, and then, like, yeah, but I don't know. Next up, FF Regional Pick B. Get your stylus ready. It's ready, don't worry.
Yay! We are a hand-picked team with some impressive shooting skills. Unfortunately, our goalkeeping skills have not worked a single time. I'll do my best too. Can you guys keep it down, please? Let's just get the game started.
Oh, okay. Let's play.
You're right, that is what this is, Mark. It's a Let's Play. He's so smart. Alright. FF Regional Pick B also use Ghost Dance, and they are considerably less intimidating than Regional Pick A. They all have 3 otaku members, them being Idol, Train, and Artist. And then they have significantly less Royal Academy players, and the ones they do have are less threatening. They have Bloom and Swing, so yeah. I don't know why they'd bring Bloom and Swing, but not Samford or Drent, but that's how it is. Alright. Okay. Basically just want to get the ball up to Eric at the net, so I can show his signature move, the Phoenix. Yeah, don't even try sliding goal. I agree, it wouldn't work. I think it's interesting to note that the majority of these matches take place on the new Raimon pitch, which is pretty uncommon in the DS like the European version of this game. Even the extra competition route would take place here in the Japanese version, or at least the mechanic that the extra competition route replaces. But, no. Only the premium competition route lets you use this in this particular game. Well, maybe Occult would too, because you didn't go to Occult to face them, but Whatever. It's literally funny every single time. Hey guys, I think you got enough EXP. You can stop now. Thanks Kevin and Eric and Sam and Peabody. All of you who listened. We got an Eagle Buster manual for that. That is a move from Inazuma 11-2. For winning, we can also get a manual for Magic, which is a pretty weak move, but it's a move we could only get a single manual for earlier in the game, in the library when we were looking for Inazuma drop. And then they can drop the same Bronze Power Pendant as Regional Pick A. Jack also learned Mega Quake, which is basically a stronger variant of the wall. One of many stronger variants of the wall that will go on to be forgotten in future media. Next up, the Woods. For this match, win with a team composed entirely of air element players. How about that? Mark is a earth element player, and we can't remove him from the goal. So if we go to formation, we need to make a connect mode team, and I've already gone ahead and done this. Between episodes, I went ahead and just recruited a ton of wind element players and fire element players and earth element players and forest element players. I'm using, like, only the Japanese names for these elements, which, whatever. They're just kind of better, unfortunately. I like using dub terms when I can, but that is not happening this time. Anyway, our team for this is going to be comprised of the players on screen now, and I'll go into more detail about that later, obviously, but yeah. You just have to make a connect mode team made entirely of players of this element, and I've gone through and recruited a ton of players of every element. I'll show now. Like, I have a lot of players, and they are also gaining experience as we go, so by the time we need to actually use them, they'll be fully capable. So yeah. I'm excited to use some of these guys. Get your stylus ready.
We're the Woods, and there are no weak saplings in our team.
A team of wood elements? Let's chop them down!
Mark. Don't kill people, buddy. Alright. My formation for this. I have gone ahead and decided Peabody will be our goalkeeper. He still hasn't learned it? Oh no! What level do you need to be to learn this move, Peabody? Okay. Well, we might not S-rank this one, but Peabody does have God Hand, and I believe in him. And that's enough. Although also I'm going to adjust his equipment slightly. Inazuma Gloves is good. Do I have a bracelet that increases guard beyond 4? No, I don't. Okay, good luck. Good luck, man. Yeah. So, for our forwards, we are going to be using Max and, Yosemite. For our midfielders, we are going to be using Lizzie Squirrel, one of the few female characters that's recruitable in the first game, only in the European version, who is a bookstore clerk that hates window shoppers, browsers, and ageism. Jude, obviously leading the midfield as usual. I'm curious if I can actually, like, assign other people to his moves. Steve is on the field for Twin Boost, at least. Inazuma Break, yeah, you need Mark and Axel for that, so he's not going to be able to use that, but we can at least use Death Zone and Twin Boost. Yeah, Steve is getting used again. So excited to get a ton more, nice little fouls from him using sliding tackles and nothing else. Hairtown from the Inazuma Veterans is a hair salon owner who instinctively gives players a crew cut. His only defensive move is spinning cut. And he can't use Fire Rooster because we can't have any Fire Element players, but I wanted to use someone from Veterans here, other than Yosemite. Nathan, obviously. Harry leading. I don't know. I was running low on options. Miles and Jim Hillfort from Shuriken. And then Peabody, obviously, in goal. I don't have any bench members for this, or for any of my elemental teams, so I'm just going to hope for the best here. Alright. The Woods! There's not much to say here. All of their players have a type advantage, which is rough. And their moves are going to have a type advantage too. They also have Butler. I don't know. Shine Drive isn't a great move. Peabody can definitely stop it considering we're double their level already. But they do have Jim on their team. Fucking traitor. Okay. Phantom Shot. I don't have any large build players, so I can't use Inazuma drop. Okay. Well, hopefully this goes in, I guess. Nope. Okay. Well, this just suddenly got a lot trickier. Never mind. Fuck you, Winters. You were better before you were plural. Don't read too much into that. No, Max, no! By that I meant because Winters has the S in his name, and I'm better than him, and I'm Winter without the S. So I have to assume Winters is me after undertaking some dark ritual in which an S gets added to my name. Oh! Oh! Peabody? Yes! That's my goat, dude! Woo! You won't score past me so easily. That is my goat. I love Peabody so much. I'm so glad he's on the team. I'm so glad he exists. I'm so glad I get to shoot again, even if it's not going to be an S rank. See, that shot was all Peabody. Peabody stopped their shot so that we could mount our counterattack. And you know what? It was peak as fuck. That's my go, Paul Peak Body. It's a very nice experience for everyone here. Oh my god, they're gonna be so much higher level than the others, the ones that are actually on our team. And Peabody learned Majin the Hand. Kind of fitting for him to learn Majin the Hand after that, right? His first time in the goal, he used God Hand. He's a natural. I did do well, I agree. Peabody, you killed it out there, buddy. Peabody, get over here. Hug Mark. There. Okay, well, we aren't there yet. That's fine. Next up. The Windies win with a team composed entirely of Earth Element players. Which means I am gonna have to go set up that team because I forgot to do that. Forgot to mention it, before defeating the Woods, you can get a Bronze Shield Pendant, which is another Inazuma 11-2 item, and a Hyper Bar. Those are pretty lame rewards for that one.
Hey, we're the Windies, and beating you should be a breeze. Players full of hot air? How can we lose?
Okay, Mark. Okay, our formation has a bunch of fucking weirdos. It's also not even set up correctly. Now it is. Okay. We have Mark as our goalkeeper, obviously, and I want Jack in defense. But then we have Ares from Zeus in our defense, Bill Shakespeare, Jack Wallside, who has Mega Quake now, so he's going to be even better than ever. Saul Dowd, who is a random scout, and Peter Drent from Zeus, or not Zeus, from Royal Academy, might as well be Zeus with his damn stats, who's just a really solid Earth Defender from Royal. We have Code from Shuriken, Boomer, who is an unfortunately named other random scout guy who we found at some point, Taylor from the Veterans, who has Shot Pocket for some reason, probably because of the word pocket, Eddie Prentice from the Street Sallies as a forward, and Blood from Occult as a forward. Our forwards are probably going to be the weakest part of this team. So, here's hoping, I guess. The Windies have a team made up entirely of Wind Element players, pretty obviously. Their team isn't bad at all, and that is intimidating. They have Dionysus from Zeus in their defense, so already that's a little scary. They have one of Kirkwood's forwards, Thomas, who doesn't have Triangle Z, thank God, but still scary. Yeah. There's a lot... Oh, yeah, one more interesting one to point out. Nev Aaron. This is another guy who we found at some point and recruited. He's a random scout, and, yeah. There's plenty of great Wind Element players in this game, so I have no idea why he's here. This is going to be the same deal as last time. They're always going to have the type advantage, so, yeah. We'll do our best. Alright. New moves for Stakey and Boomer. I don't think Stakey and Boomer are ever getting used again, but they learn Killer Blade and Reflect Buster. Boomer, you really could have used Reflect Buster here. You couldn't have learned that a little earlier. Come on, buddy.
I didn't say it here, but for winning this match, you can get a Bronze Shield Pendant and a Hyper Bar. Basically just the reverse of the pendant you got in the last one, and the same healing item that's kind of underwhelming at this point.
Benchers 1 is next.
We're the Benchers. We've sat through so many games, we're bench professionals.
Our favorite benches have to be at Zeus Stadium. They even have fluffy cushions.
This is ridiculous. Mark, you are not permitted to lose to this lot.
I got it. Let's have a good game.
As seems obvious, this formation is not good, so I'm gonna go actually change it. This is exactly what it sounds like. It is a match against bench players from the teams we faced in the regionals. This team is not very strong, as bench members in general tend to be far weaker than the normal players these teams put on the field. So yeah, we should probably easily be able to S-rank this. We're going to be going up against Wild's reserve goalkeeper, who has Wild Claw and Toughness blocks, so that should tell you how strong he is. Otherwise, yeah, these guys have very severely underwhelming stats compared to, like, everybody else on their teams. This should not be difficult in the slightest. Okay, Dragon Tornado should go in. This is exactly what we used to stop their normal goalkeeper. Let alone their bench one. Yeah, and he's not even trying to stop it. If Boar can't stop it, what hope do I have? That's what he's thinking right now. We won't lose next time. Your design is so cool, Noir. You deserve to be on their main 11. You didn't deserve to be a bencher. I'm so sorry. He's cooler than like half of their team members. Alright, good level ups for everybody. We're in the 80s now.
For winning against Benchers 1, you can get a Silver Power Pendant and Super Water. Super Water sucks, Power Pendant's cool.
Alright, next up, Benchers 2. You'll never guess what their theme is. After all this time sitting it out, we can finally take the center stage. When we beat you, we'll show everybody just how amazing we really are.
You're really up for a game, aren't you? Well, we won't keep you waiting.
These guys are a little less out of it, at least. There, we're gonna use some of our team's commonly benched players here. Specifically, am I missing somebody? Okay, that's slightly better. We're going to be using Shadow and Max as our forwards, Sam, Nathan, and Timmy as our midfielders, then Jim, Jack, Felt, Bobby, Knight as our defenders, and Peabody as our goalkeeper. Benchers 2 is a little more serious, if only because they have some members from Zeus. Most specifically, Medusa, Heracles, and Achilles. These guys aren't the best, like they barely even have Zeus moves, but they are still Zeus players. They have higher stats than most benchers. The real joke of this is that they're using Superstar 5. That's the only real difficult part of this, so... Well, not difficult, it's the only... It's the gimmick of this. Alright. Alright. And we are already seeing how pathetic Superstar 5 is. We can use Death Zone with Shadow. Why not? He learned it. May as well take advantage of it. I think it's so cool that he gets Death Zone through level up, just to really add to how edgy he is. They just give him the move they have that has death in the name. We can afford an Illusion Ball. How did Sumo Stomp succeed against Illusion Ball? That is a 0 power move. I think it is, at least. I could be wrong. I might be thinking of something else, but... I'm pretty sure Illusion Ball is 0 power. So we have Clone Faker, and we've been using that a lot on Nathan. We've never used Clone Shot before. That should probably break through. Yeah. Even outside of, like, Power Shield not being the strongest move ever, Clone Shot is a really strong move. And I think Nathan is fitting to teach it to. For reasons we may see later. We'll see. Because I need to show Peabody using this.
Oops! I must have lost my footing!
You won't score past me so easily.
True. Because Peabody is the strongest. Okay, well... Peabody's the strongest, but his defenders may not be. That's alright, though. We got Felt. We got Felt in the defense. Another S rank. We won. We won't lose next time. There won't be a next time, man. I already S-ranked you. There's no reason to come back to this. For beating the Benchers, they can drop the same stuff as Benchers 1, which is a Silver Power Pendant and Super Water. Next up is a really cool one. I need to go heal.
Hey, Spiky Head! We'll show you how to play our way. They won't be able to stop us like. Right? Right.
We're totally serious when it comes to football. You'll understand that after we score a few.
Axel, show us how you used to play football when you were on their team.
Raimon versus Old Kirkwood. This match is really cool, but I need to set up my team first. Okay. This is a match against Kirkwood as they were before Julia's accident. Meaning, Axel is their captain and is on their team. He's a midfielder in the F3 March formation, though, so don't worry. He'll never get to use a shooting move. He does have Inazuma drop, even though, like, he shouldn't, probably, but that's fine. Yeah, he's never going to get to use a shooting move, so this is basically just playing Kirkwood again. It's also interesting to note that 3 of the players on this team are first years, meaning they wouldn't have been on the team when Axel was the captain. That is specifically Knight, Nashmith, and Meenan. These 3 are all first years. Anyway. Alright. This probably is not going to be very hard. And here's the Phoenix. This is canon. Facing Kirkwood is where Eric learns the Phoenix in the anime, at least, so... That's a fitting way to score. Granted, they weren't at 4-0 in the anime against Kirkwood when that happened. Things were slightly more dire, but... We won't lose next time. Axel, there's not going to be a next time. That's not your team. For defeating old Kirkwood, after getting everybody up to a really high level, including several people up to level 99, including Knight, Axel, Bobby, Sam, Kevin, Shadow, Jim, Jack, Nathan. We also got a quality kit, which is one of the rewards you can get for winning here. The other things you can get are a move manual for Triangle Z, a silver shield pendant, which is an item from Inazuma 11-2, and the quality kit, which we got. Yeah. The description says this kit is at the pinnacle of fashion sense and style. It's not bad, but it's kind of disappointing for what was promised to me. Baseball All-Stars is next. We're the Baseball All-Stars and we're going for gold. Play ball.
Just like the baseball club, always swinging wildly. Time for kickoff.
Raimon versus Baseball All-Stars. This is perfectly fine. Baseball All-Stars is a bunch of scouts from the baseball club. I'm not even gonna bother going over them. This team is pathetic. In case you were wondering if Hino still hates baseball. They can drop a silver shield pendant and a hyper bar. I'm not even going to humor giving them any more commentary. Today, we are going to be starting with this team, FF National Pick A, with story mode. You're from Zeus? It's like meeting the gods, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been blessed. Hey, you don't have to treat me so highly.
Even the gods have difficulty dealing with teammates like them. Shall we just play a game?
Okay, Mark.
Would you like to play a game?
FF National Pick A. Well, they have some strong members, specifically Poseidon as a goalkeeper and Apollo and Hephaestus as defenders. Their team suffers from using crane wings as a formation, basically. Bluesky can use Fire Rooster now, since he learns it naturally through level up. And it is scary, since it gets the same type attack bonus and it's coming from an actual forwards kick stat. But Mark should still easily stop this with Maj in the hand and especially triple defense. Maybe even God Hand, honestly. After winning, they can drop Dragon Tornado, Eagle Buster, and a Gold Power Pendant. The Gold Power Pendant being the only new thing for this team, so... Well, Dragon Tornado is new, I guess, too. We already got Eagle Buster from a different team, though. Anyway. Alright, FF National Pick B. You're from Zeus? It's like meeting the gods, isn't it?
Thank you. Thank you for being on our team.
Hey, you don't have to bow down to me.
Even the gods have difficulty dealing with teammates like them. Shall we just play a game?
Would you like to play a game?
Most of that's just copy and pasted from the last FF National pick, which kind of makes it very funny. I like Aphrodite having different dialogue, but basically the same response. All right. FF National Pick B is scarier. They use F Heaven's Gate, but whereas this is normally hindered by Aphrodite being a midfielder, he's in the forward position for this match. Meaning he will approach the goal himself, and his teammates will pass to him to shoot. We're almost certainly going to see God Knows in this match, thanks to his absurdly high TP pool, allowing for him to use Heaven's Time while still shooting with God Knows. Like, 184 is absurd for an NPC. And their goalkeeper is also Greeny from Farm, meaning he basically has at least one free use, or one free pass to stop any shot with Infinite Wall if he chooses to use it. They also have the Murdoch brothers, just in midfield. And they do have Marvin, who has Triangle Z, so be careful if he gets up to the goal. Yeah, they also have 3 defenders from Farm. Hayseed, Hill Valley, and Work. And wouldn't you know it, Bamboo Pattern, Harvest. This guy doesn't have Harvest or Bamboo Pattern, but still. Harvest and Bamboo Pattern are scary. So yeah, this team is kind of stacked. It's definitely not the strongest team of all time or anything, but like, it should not be underestimated. For winning, it is possible to get a manual for Majin the Hand, a gold power pendant, and fine veggies. I didn't get any of those.
It's no good. This bench is just too comfortable.
Hey, what are you sitting around for? We're here to play football.
Well, it seems pretty tiring. Oh well, just this once.
Benchers 3! 'Cause twice wasn't good enough. They have a lot of cool hats. They're still benchers, though. Watch out for the ones from the veterans, since they're definitely stronger than the others. Hi, Bill Shakespeare. I love your name still. But yeah. Otherwise, this should be fine. I don't foresee any trouble coming from any of these people. Their forward doesn't have a shooting move, and he's level 60. That should give you an idea of how hard this team is going to be to beat. Yet another 7-0 victory. This game's easy. For winning this one, it's possible to get Inazuma Drop, a gold shield pendant, and fine veggies. Up next, Glasses. What a name for a team. You'll never guess what their gimmick is.
We're the Glasses team. We all wear glasses, like it's star player, me.
Try these on for size. You guys can enjoy seeing better with glasses too.
Where did this team come from? At least Willy seems excited. I'm sorry, but I have a perfect vision. Shall we just play a game?
Don't fucking brag, Mark. I'll join Willy's team. I'm on board. Glasses. They all have glasses. Wow. They have some okay team members. Specifically, Gus is okay. Victor Kind is okay. But, I don't know. The rest of them just aren't particularly impressive. Their goalkeeper's only move is Killer Blade. So, yeah. Willy is their captain, though. That's pretty cool.
Glasses is also notable for being the only team original to the European version of this game, and thus the only team who uses its dub name on the English Inazuma 11 wiki. I think Fire Tornado will go in. I don't think I need to use the Galaxy against this guy. Yeah. This team is mostly made up of scouts, so... Well, not mostly, but there are a ton of scouts on this team, so... Kind of embarrassing that I had to use a goalkeeping move against this fucking team of all teams. Okay, twice? Come on. What am I doing, man? I'm kind of ashamed that I barely got an S rank against Glasses. For beating Glasses, you can get Inazuma 1, a manual for it, a gold shield pendant, and fine veggies. I only got the fine veggies. Move manuals seem to be pretty rare drops from these guys. I could put Todd in for my team of fire element players. Or I could use this random-ass guy named Lection. Call him Lection. Call an election now.
We are the mountains, and we are high enough to keep you from winning.
You're high? A team of Earth Element players. We'll have to plow straight through them.
Raimon versus the Mountains, meaning we can only use Fire Element players. Our formation this time. Going to be using King as a goalkeeper, because I've been gassing him up for so long, I have to use him eventually, even if it's going to be mostly off-screen. Full Power Shield is going to get us through some shit, and Power Shield is pretty good too. For our defenders, we're going to be using Mohawks, the first guy we ever scouted. Earthquake is his only usable defensive move, but he's better as a defender than a forward, so whatever. Not by much, though. His kickstat actually caught up to his guard pretty well. Duncan Jump, who is another random guy we recruited at some point. He only has Horn Train to defend the goal, but that's fine. Hephaestus leading our defense. No, Knight will lead our defense. Knight leading our defense. We've had him for a while. He's just a really reliable defender. Hephaestus is in our defense, and he does not have a single defensive move. Now he does. He has hurricane arrows. That'll stop him. And Colin Lection, this random guy who is better than Todd. He has Cyclone, he'll probably be pretty reliable. We're going to be using Sam not Demeter. Sam Kincaid, who's always been on our team as a midfielder, along with Builder from the Inazuma 11 and Hera from Zeus. And then our forwards are going to be Axel and Demeter from Zeus. This should go pretty smoothly, I think. With Axel and Demeter, I don't know if we're going to fail to get a single shot in. So yeah. Builder's not bad either. Like, 69 is a kick stat, nice. Is pretty damn strong. I think we'll be fine here. The Mountains. Other than their two farm defenders, Hill Valley and Roast, who doesn't have a defensive move, so other than Hill Valley, their only even remotely intimidating member is Poseidon from Zeus. His guard stat is 80, which means he'll stop some shots, probably. But he's also only level 65. My entire team is level 99. I don't think this is really going to be that much trouble. This is probably one of the harder elemental teams just because of Poseidon, but it could be harder. Hell, we know from experience Poseidon probably isn't going to be stopping the galaxy, even with Tsunami Wall. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Here's Divine Arrows. Feels good to be using Zeus's own moves against their goalkeeper. Can he stop it? Yes, he can. Okay, cool. He can't use any more moves, but that's cool. Good for him. And here's Builder using Fire Rooster. Inazuma 11 members with Fire Rooster are going to be really good in this match just because they can use Fire Rooster with literally anybody. Got the last goal for an S rank with Fire Tornado. Everyone except Axel on the front line is running out of TP. Like, Builder and Demeter both can't use any more moves, so it was getting a little stressful toward the end there. For winning against, what is this team called again? The Mountains, you can get manuals for Divine Stamp and Triple Defense, the only way to get manuals for either of these moves in this game. As far as I'm aware, Triple Defense is the strongest legitimately obtainable goalkeeping move in Inazuma 11-1, so this is a huge thing to be able to get copies of. They can also drop Fine Veggies. Up next is pretty obviously the Fires. Meaning only wood element players can be used.
We are the Fires, and there's no way you can put us out.
A team of fire element players? Let's douse their flames.
Raimon versus the Fires. For our formation, you're going to see a lot of players that we already used in the main story because we used a lot of forest element players. Going to be using Kevin and Saggy as our forwards. They're definitely our strongest options for being forwards. Although Kevin having Dragon Crash as his only usable shooting move is a little rough. We are going to be using Eric, Willie, and Tim as our midfielders. Just to prove that I've come around on Game Willie, I figured I'd give him a chance to do something before the end of the Let's Play. And for our defenders, we're going to be using Shadow, Bobby, Gus, Jim, and Apollo. This is probably our most solid line of defenders that we've had for this entire competition route. And Felt as goalkeeper. Feels natural. He's our normal reserve goalkeeper, even if he never got used as that and was midfielder for most of these matches and will continue to be. Yeah, not bad. I like using him in goal as much as I like using him everywhere else. Felt is just a solid, character. All right. The Fires is easily the strongest elemental team here. For every Glup Shido on their team, who the hell is this? Carrie Van Park. Or Jerry Fulton. Or Viv Gray, especially. Who the hell is this? They have another extremely powerful character, like King as their goalkeeper. Builder as a forward. Bluesky as a midfielder. I mean, even Hero's not a bad midfielder. Neither is... Well, Demeter's not a great midfielder, but he can use Dash Storm. Yeah, this team is remarkably solid, and they have a Zeus defender, even if he doesn't learn any defensive moves, as I found out the hard way. Yeah, this is going to be tough with Willie in midfield, but I think he deserves a chance. Alright. Rest assured you'll see any potential badassery. It's gonna be our first time actually shooting with Saggy. He learns Reflect Buster. Making him probably one of the best forwards for the job here. Earth Element move against a Fire Element goalkeeper. And it breaks through from as far back as he was. Yeah. And that's without updating his equipment. Saggy's strong as fuck. Don't underestimate him. At some point, Bobby learned Hurricane Arrows. It's a pretty strong move. Holy fuck. Okay. Willie learns Divine Arrows through level up. I don't know if it's even necessary here with how damn far from the goal he is. Okay, it is. Thank God. Willie, if you succeed... Damn. Wait, hold.
Damn it. Oh, Willie almost caught it. That would have been badass. I'm really, really struggling with this one. As I said, this is easily the strongest elemental team we're going to be fighting, so... Okay, Felt. Time to show that you're cool as fuck. Please stop this. It will be so embarrassing if you fail to stop Fire Tornado. God damn it, Felt! Really? Man! This team is hard to beat! I'm gonna have to come back and S-rank this later, Jesus. Can Willie score this time? It's from point blank range. He's just going for normal power shield. Hell yeah. Willie's first goal. Okay. Here's Saggy's Patriot shot for some reason. Very funny move. Okay. Looks like we A-ranked it at least. That's alright. It could be worse. Alright. 4-1. Not bad. I don't know. Whatever. For winning this, you can get Fire Tornado and Fire Rooster move manuals, so that's pretty good. And you can also get an Inazuma bracelet, which is basically the best bracelet in the game. Pretty good rewards for this one. Next up, Inazuma Town. Haha, do you think you could beat Inazuma Town?
Hey, Inazuma 11, we won't lose today.
Football against the town folk should be fun. Let's play.
As Mark said, Inazuma Town is made up of teams from around Inazuma Town. The Inazuma Kids Football Club, Umbrella Junior High, and Street Sally specifically. Unfortunately, Millie's not here, so you can't say Samantha and Millie are on the same team, which is a little rough, but I guess that would be a conflict of interest. None of those teams are particularly strong, and they're using one of the worst goalkeepers we've seen in this game in Yuma. Unfortunately, because I love Yuma's design, but she's just not a good goalkeeper. She uses toughness block all the time. So this shouldn't be too hard.
That was not offside. What do you mean? What?
Maybe I was misseeing things. I'm pretty sure Jones was right behind him.
8-0. Not bad.
For winning this match, oh, we got it. You can get a move manual for Inazuma Break. And you can also get Flame Boots and Fine Veggies. Great, great rewards from this one. I'm probably gonna teach Inazuma Break to somebody right now. I think Kevin could use a better shooting move. So yeah, he can have Inazuma Break. Ass. That's a nice chain of S's. Strange Guys is next.
What do you think? We do look pretty weird, don't we?
Even they say they look weird. Now that's odd.
Even the way we play football is weird. Wanna see?
Strange Guys. Incredible team name. However, outside of one farm defender, I thought, but it doesn't look like they have one? What did I mean by that? Damn, okay. So never mind. This team is entirely made up of scouts, and its name doesn't really make sense compared to the team that goes by the same name in Inazuma 11-3. In that game, they mean objectively weird-looking guys. In Inazuma 11-1, they mean mostly people with a large build and one dude with a funky helmet. This should be easy. 7-0. Pretty easy.
For winning against strange guys, you can get a flame bracelet, fine veggies, and a move manual for infinite wall.
Normally, infinite wall is balanced by the goalkeeper who learns it having extremely low TP and thus only being able to use it a single time at most. You can give this to anybody. Anyway, with that done, I've completed every single match on the premium competition route that isn't a super boss. We have 2 more to go. Inazuma 08 and Fallen Zeus. Next time I record, that's what I'm going to be doing. These are the 2 matches that I'm going to be showing in full. Because, as I said, these are super bosses. Alright, we're back to just stuff that I'm recording on my own time without it being, like, stream-like, so everything will be edited now properly. Yay! This video is probably so boring to edit. I'm saying, like, future tense because I haven't even started yet, but... Anyway, we have super bosses to take on now. Inazuma 08 and Fallen Zeus. And these are only super bosses by my own standards, but... Well, also by the original Inazuma 11-1 standards, I guess, for one of these, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, I would also consider Inazuma 08 to be a super boss, though, and that is the one we are going to be taking on first. This is why I had an experience cheat code on for this whole mode, because these guys actually have really high levels. Got your stylus ready.
We'll play you! Bring it on! You brats are definitely going to lose!
That's not very sportsmanlike. Let's have a good game. Raimon versus Inazuma 08. Our formation today for this particular match. We're going to be trying out F Heaven's Gate, Zeus's formation. As for my actual formation, this is my formation. I want this to be a match where the players who are often on the bench for our team, specifically Felt, Shadow, Kevin, Timmy, and Sam interchangeably, I want them to be able to actually do something. So I'm going to have them on the field with Felt in goal. Felt has been on the team a lot for these matches, but not very much on the goal. I think I had him in goal once. My notes say I was going to use this to showcase how good midfielders are as forwards, but I've been using Jude and Eric as forwards for basically this entire route. I don't think I need to do that. So yeah. Let's do this. Inazuma 08. The teams in these games that, like, from the... where it's the name is Inazuma followed by the year of the game's original release. I'm pretty sure these are basically always made up of what I personally believe are the developer's favorite characters from the game. And this team, honestly, isn't too bad. Yeah. While they do have Hermes in midfield and Greenie in the goal, where is Hermes? He's right here. At level 85. And Greenie in goal at level 83. He can still only use Infinite Wall once, which is very funny. The main challenge... Well, yeah, their team members aren't all too strong on their own other than Hermes and Greenie. But the main challenge here is going to come from their levels. Everyone on Inazuma 08 is between level 75 and 85, meaning they inevitably have at least 3 of their moves, if not all of them. And Greenie can actually afford to use moves after using Infinite Wall thanks to his high level. Granted, only like 1 or 2 moves, unless he uses Wood Chopper, which doesn't use very much TP, but still, better than nothing. Tasman, up here, why did I say it like that? Tasman, like the Scatman. Tasman has Free Shot, and Turner has Fire Tornado, both of which are going to be pretty strong, but your goalkeeper can probably stop these at this point. I'm not too sure on Felt, because my notes say Mark can probably save them with Maj in the hand, but I think Felt will do okay, hopefully. I never S-ranked this on my test playthrough, so I'm just going to be hoping for the best here.
All right. Let's do this. Ooh, this team feels weird. There's so many, like, wood element players here. And air. And one fire. And one earth, I think. Okay. Hopefully this goes well. I'm gonna hope that the anime is prophetic and Kevin is able to score past Infinite Wall with, Dragon Tornado. Because that happens in the anime, and that's bullshit. No, he does it with Dragon Crash, I think, which is even worse. The anime is funny. Okay. Alright. I feel comfortable using Clone Faker at least once. Do I go for Death Zone or... I'm gonna go for Death Zone just in case he uses, Infinite Wall. Shadow's also wearing Inazuma boots now, so his kick stat is pretty good. Also, Death Zone gets same type attack bonus from Shadow, so... There's a lot of factors combining to hopefully... Okay, he's using Wood Chopper. This is definitely going in. That's a bad move.
Go! We always work together!
We always work together!
Man, this is like the last episode, probably, where I'm gonna get to make fun of Mark's voice. I'm thinking about it. Like, there's gonna be one more video on the DS version after this. There's no guarantee Mark speaks in it. And then with the American version, when I make a video about that, Mark has a different voice actor. So I'll have different quotes to make fun of, but it just won't be the same. It won't be the same without his funny little accent. I'm not ready to say goodbye. I've really, really, really loved making this Let's Play. I'm genuinely not ready for it to go. Like, it feels like it came and went so fast. Normally, Let's Plays take, like, too long for me to finish. This one, I feel like I've been keeping a relatively nice pace throughout the entire thing, and that feels wrong. Okay. I'm gonna have to use Clone Faker. And they have Hurricane. Okay. Yeah, they also had double, I guess. Still not entirely sure what players having double does, but like when it says double on their portraits. I'm just assuming it like doubles the power of a move or something. Although even that seems a little ridiculous. It would probably be like by 50% it increases the move's power or something. Either way. Okay. We have another Death Zone. Let's go for it. It feels fun to have Death Zone in our arsenal now, because Jude has it too, Shadow and Jude. It really feels like we just ripped it straight out of Royal Academy when we kicked their ass 3 times. Well, we kicked their ass twice, but, you know. It will be 3 times when I go back to S-rank it, because I don't think I S-ranked it last time. Alright, 2 points. Still hasn't used Infinite Wall, and I think he can only afford 1 more Wood Chopper. And if he uses Wood Chopper 1 more time, he can't use Infinite Wall, so... Their goalkeeper is kind of, throwing. I think that's the term you kids use. I'm really liking Heaven's Gate. Like, as I said during the Zeus fight, Heaven's Gate is really just focused on, like, individual players, getting up to the net on their own. Which, at lower levels, that's not very good, but when you're a human being and your players are, like, actually competent, I don't know. It works kind of well. Back Tornado. And he's not even using a move this time, man. Greenie. I was really hoping for the best there. Also, I did switch our team back to using the Raimon uniform. Because as much as I think it's pretty boring as uniforms in this game go, although it's an Inazuma 11-1 uniform, almost all of them are really boring or ugly. I did just want to, like, end it using the same uniform that we started it with, especially going up against these super bosses. And you'll see, especially with the second super boss, I think it's thematically fitting to wear the Raimon uniform. Alright. We're kind of on track to S-rank this. If we do, it'll be my first time doing that. And, like, I know I tried multiple times to S-rank it on my test playthrough, so... I'll be pretty happy with myself if I'm able to here. Especially while I'm commentating, because I failed to S-rank some things while I wasn't commentating before. We can do Clone Faker. I'm having Nathan in midfield, so I'm not too worried about him being a midfielder. Like, if he gets up to the net, that's a different story. But even then, I think I gave him a different shooting move besides, well, I gave him one that's 3 TP less expensive. So, I guess that doesn't mean much. For some reason, I was thinking in my head, oh, I gave Nathan free shot because he's so cool. But no, that's what I did for Eric. Something I forgot to mention when I was, like, getting Eric on the team. Even the localizers who were, like, localizing the anime thought Eric's fucking bullshit where he told his friends, or he told the doctor to tell his friends he was dead. They thought that was stupid, too. Because in the localization for the anime, they had it changed so he just told his dad to make his friends go away because he didn't want to see them. And his dad told them he was dead. And he had no idea what the fuck his dad said. Which is also stupid. But whatever. It's better. Slightly, marginally. Oh, I genuinely, I cannot believe how awful it is. Because the anime, it's the same thing in the original Japanese, where, like, Eric told the doctor to say he's dead. Or he told his dad to say he's dead in the anime, but... oh, man. It's so dumb. I haven't had a chance to talk about this, and it's all coming out now. Eric, I hate you. Alright. Anyway, Shadow's out of TP, so Eric, welcome to the field. We're not going to be able to use the Phoenix, because Mark isn't in goal, but that's alright. Okay, that sucked. Can we get the ball? We definitely can. And I think Eric has enough expendable TP that we could still get up to the goal and shoot, even if we get into a few command duels along the way, so that is what I'm going to do. So I guess I will get to show the strength of using a midfielder as a forward, but at the same time, I'm not really showing that strength because by using getting him into command duels constantly, I am still going to be expending all of his TP like he's a midfielder. But whatever. Hopefully Illusion Ball doesn't foul. Nice, okay. Okay, just shoot. Oh, I can use the Phoenix. Who's it gonna replace Mark with? Max. Okay. Cool. And he doesn't even bother. They were a joke this time, man.
Oh, yes, let's go!
I was hoping for something a little tougher, maybe. I S-ranked him. I'm glad it was on recording the first time I did it, but damn, that's disappointing. So my test playthrough, my entire team was level 99 too. That's not really like a part of the problem. Axel, you can come back. Eric, you're back on the bench. I just thought it was funny to put you in while I was complaining about you being a fucking dick. Okay. We're gonna have Kevin in front now. Maybe he will still have time to shoot, but I doubt it. Kevin, get up there. Okay. Hopefully we can get this. Nope. Okay. Well, sorry, Kevin. Maybe in the next game. Yeah, that would be offside. Damn. I wanted him to have... Okay, Max, really? Had to add insult to injury. Max said, I don't want there to be any way for Kevin to shoot before the end. Whatever. S rank is really nice, though.
Yes, we won!
We won't lose next time.
Thanks, Fielding. Alright.
You did well. Just speak to me whenever you want to play against another stronger team.
For defeating Inazuma 08, we can quite fittingly get a move manual for the Phoenix, as well as Surge Boots and Fine Veggies. Alright. Last but not least, Fallen Zeus. Well, actually, before that, we'll get to that, but our reward for clearing this first branch normally is a gold power pendant. Talk about that in a second. If you manage to S-rank this route, you will get a move manual for a move from Inazuma 11-2 called Dual Smash. Vary from Inazuma 11-2. Yeah. Oh man, we're only missing one S rank on this route. We could have gotten it, but I really don't want to ruin the fact that this route says S. Fallen Zeus. Let's go. It's worth noting that Dual Smash is the only two-person goalkeeping move in the entire series. There's only 7 moves with multiple players for goalkeeping at all, but every single one other than Dual Smash requires 3 players. Anyway, let's do this. Get your stylus ready.
Ha! Bring it on, Raimon Football Club. No. Inazuma 11.
Raimon versus Fallen Zeus. This is the only team on the premium competition route that isn't taken from Inazuma 11, 2, or 3. This super boss existed in the original Japanese version of the game, but we'll talk more about that later. For our formation, we're going to be going back to basics, literally. Gold Power Pendant increases stamina by 15. I don't really care about that, but cool. Anyway, this is our formation. Kevin and Axel as our forwards, Nathan, Jude, Sam, and Timmy as our midfielders, and then Jim, Bobby, Jack, and Peabody as our defenders, with Mark and goal. I'm going very back to basics. We aren't even using Eric. Yeah, we're gonna have to switch players in and out needed because this fight is hard. There's not much to go over regarding Fallen Zeus. They're Zeus, but Fallen. No, they're Zeus, but with levels ranging from 80 all the way up to 90. And they're using the Zeus Away kit, which is badass. It's blue or black and red instead of blue and white. Very cool. This is one of the only teams to use an away kit. We haven't seen one in a while. Away kits for uniforms are usually only used when 2 teams use the same kit. For example, we technically saw the Raimon tracksuits away kit earlier when we were training for our first friendly against Royal. But they're rare to see, especially this early in the series. This one's cool as hell, though. They all have all of their moves, and that makes them remarkably dangerous. We've talked in a previous video about how just giving Aphrodite Divine Stamp makes him infinitely more dangerous. And now he has that and Divine Arrows, which is a marginally less expensive shooting move that he still gets the same type attack bonus from, and he's level 90, making him the highest level player in the game, at least NPC player. All of their midfielders also have moves to steal the ball now, as we can see with Artemis having Doppelganger, Hermes having Divine Stamp and Cyclone, Hera having Killer Slide, and Athena having Defense Scan. Aphrodite has a staggering 187 TP, meaning he can use Heaven's Time at least once and still use God Knows twice. And that's without even factoring in their actual forward Demeter, who also has a marginally less expensive shooting move and a move to steal the ball now. Poseidon can still only handle using either of his goalkeeping moves twice. That will make him slightly easier to get around. The real challenge here is just going to be getting the ball to the goal in the first place. And you know what? I can't think of a single potential super boss more fitting than fighting Zeus in a match where they will actually kick my ass. Fallen Zeus is the hardest boss in the game, hands down. So here we go. Let's do this. I have never once S-ranked this in either version of the game, the American/Japanese or the European version. I forgot what Europe is for a second. And I just sounded like a localizer. I'm on the right track. Okay. Off to a great start here. Was that Kevin who kicked it up there? Kevin, don't do that. Kevin, you should know better. Can we get the ball? No, we can't. Okay. Wow. I feel like Dionysus did that to Kevin when we actually, like, fought Zeus too, so that's cool. Of course, Axel can get the ball. God forbid you let Kevin do something, though. Oh, man. Okay, well, let's just go for the galaxy right away, because I'm not actually sure if Poseidon can stop that. At least Kevin gets to be involved in this. It does get same type attack bonus. It's probably our strong... And he's not using him.
Give me a challenge!
Go! We're on fire!
Unfortunately, so true, Mark. I don't want to score in the first 8 minutes against the final boss of the game. Like the final boss. Ah. Why did that beat Heaven's Time? I got told during one of the streams for the premium competition route before the streams died that Boost Glider is so expensive because it's genuinely just the strongest move in the first Inazuma 11 game. Meaning, yes, it is stronger than Heaven's Time. I really think Heaven's Time should be the strongest, like, dribble move in the game, but for whatever reason, it's not. That wasn't even a sliding tackle! This ref hates me! Okay, well, whatever. Oh, Axel, so close. That's okay, buddy. You did your best. I don't want to S-rank this, honestly. I'm fine not S-ranking this. Get the ball to the goal. Please. Let me struggle. Okay. Their uniform is cool as hell. Also, the name Fallen Zeus is badass. I'm pretty sure they're called, like, Urazeus in the original Japanese version, which is also cool. Although I'm completely blanking on what Ura means.
Oh no!
I know this because when I was a kid, I used to watch all sorts of stuff about, like, the development of games, and I remember Majora's Mask at one point was called Ura Zelda, but unfortunately I don't remember. Kevin? Want to shoot, buddy? Go for it, man. We gave you Inazuma break, so use it. Fuck, Aura, dude. Kevin is so cool. Hell yeah. Okay, can you stop this from Kevin? No. Okay, at least you tried. Hell yeah, Kevin.
Go! Yes!
I never thought I would see the day Kevin scores against Poseidon. Like, ever. I will take it. It's bittersweet because I do want a challenge, but also I want Kevin to get hype moments. I'm sorry, was Mark's number 13? I'm so confused. The way, like, changing your number is... of changing your, like, number on your players is stupid in this game. But I didn't think it was possible for anyone other than Mark to be number 1. So I don't know. Kevin? Yes! Okay. Axel, go up toward the goal, please. Okay. We get another shot in the first half. If this goes in, at least, we have a shot at S-ranking this. That was some, like, fancy passing to get the ball up to the net before the end. That felt good. I really do feel like as this series has gone on, you've gotten to see me get better and better at the game. And it's not often that I feel that way. Hell yeah. I think that's partially contributed to, like, why this Let's Play has not had many, like, challenging boss fights in it. But, yeah. Okay. Things are looking up.
Okay, let's keep up the pressure in the second half too.
The game starts now.
50-50 possession. That's cool. They haven't scored a single time, though, so it would be cooler if they could do something with it. Okay, he has the ball. He still has the ball. Yes! I should not be cheering for him to beat me, but... Oh, man, Aphrodite being on any of these teams, that's like a conflict of interest for me. I'm going to be cheering for the wrong people. Happens time beat Mega Quake? Okay, Mark. We gotta go for triple defense. Here we go. Stop it, Mark! You failed last time, but you've had your training arc now. Yes! Hell yeah! No! I've got to score next time!
That was quite a shot.
Yeah, you have time to be cocky now that you can actually fucking stop it, Mark. I'm not gonna forget that you failed last time. We can go for a heat tackle. We can afford one. Alright. Mark stopping the shot and then mounting a counterattack with Axel again. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Speaking of quoting George Lucas, here's the galaxy. Hell yeah. And we're ending it with the actual boss fight music instead of the fired up music. Thank God. The fired up music is good, but it gives me a similar vibe to like the like low health music in Pokemon Black and White, where it overwrites other dynamic music and it's kind of annoying. In this case, it's overwriting boss music, which is annoying. Yes, I scored! Blast! I will stop the next one! Okay, man. Kevin, I'm sorry to say, Axel is getting switched out. Oh, that feels bad, but whatever. Axel had his hype moment here. Let's let Eric do something. Just to prove that he's a part of the team, even if he pisses me off. Alright. Bye, Nathan. I always wondered, like, in Flash Training, when they use Dash Storm, like, do they hit the ceiling? Same with, like, Royal Academy, because the field inside Royal Academy is indoors. When they use Dash Storm, are they, like, flinging somebody into the ceiling? Because if so, ow. Get it, get it, get it? Yes! Okay. This might go in anyway, but I'm gonna use the Phoenix. This is for Bobby. This is Bobby's moment, not Eric's. Can he stop it? No! Oh my god, I'm S-ranking Fallen Zeus today! Oh, I just realized the game is slightly off the capture. Well, that's for future me to figure out. Whatever. There we go. I did it! Did you see my shot? No! Do it again! Oh my god. I did not have S ranking Fallen Zeus on my bingo card for this Let's Play, genuinely, so... To have them out of the way is, like, kind of relieving, because that means I'll be able to, like, just worry about, Oh, by the way, you can see it again, Poseidon. I'll be able to just worry about, like, S-ranking the Fires and some other glup shittos, when it comes time to, like, actually get the rewards for this. Because even if you don't see it, I promise you I am 100%ing the game, other than the stuff I need to do to 100% of, like, the player binder, because that's boring. Alright, 6-0! Oh my god, this feels good. I have, like... I've never done even remotely close to this well against Fallen Zeus. Axel, I want Axel on the field when we win. And I want Peabody in the front line. And Knight, you can be on the field for a minute too. And so can you, Felt. Watch this be the biggest mistake ever. What? I thought he was about to own goal with a fucking throw-in. That would have been awful. We won.
We won't lose next time.
Maybe not, but next time won't be in this Let's Play, man. Alright. I S-ranked Fallen Zeus! For beating Fallen Zeus, you can get a move manual for Divine Boot. What? No, that's not a move. You can't get a move manual. You can get Divine Boots, Divine Gloves, and the Zeus Kit. And this is the only way to get the Zeus Kit in this version of the game, so have fun. Alright. Before S-ranking this route on the extra competition route, premium competition route, not extra, a gold shield pendant. And if you S-rank every match on this route, which, God, I only missed one S-rank on both routes? Jeez, cool. Okay, for S-ranking it, you can get a move manual for Dark Phoenix, a move from Inazuma 11-2. Vary from Inazuma 11-2. I think it's worth noting that every manual you pick up on this route is either a manual that can only be picked up once, like Magic or Inazuma 1, a manual that is otherwise unobtainable, like God Hand, Majin the Hand, Infinite Wall, Inazuma Breaker, the Phoenix, a move that can only be obtained from a different team in the Japanese version, namely Divine Stamp, which is not obtainable otherwise in the European version, or a move from Inazuma 11-2. As a reminder, once you get a manual for one of these moves, you can talk to Mr. Veteran at the tower to copy it to other players without needing to drop them again. Especially useful for Clone Block, Dual Smash, and Dark fucking Phoenix, which are otherwise one-time only moves. Unless you feel like replaying the entire game. They definitely went out of their way to make this route worth doing. Specifically if you're planning on playing competitively, but there isn't a competitive scene for the European version of this game because why would anyone play this over the sequel that's better in every conceivable way? It sucks a little bit that you get all of these cool moves, especially Dark Phoenix, as soon as it's too late to use them in literally any meaningful way. Anyway, with that done, we've officially done everything of note in the European version of Inazuma 11. Well, everything of note other than multiplayer. Next time! Maybe. Although that'll depend on scheduling. Maybe next time we'll do something else, but hopefully next time we'll be covering the multiplayer modes in Inazuma 11. See you guys then.